Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I have finally got a pristine Imperial drone and they're all the same. So every drone is going to be the exact same. And I set up a little kind of automation thing. It just pulls it out, the royal jelly and the combs in here, and then puts the drones and the princess back in there. And I did the same with the industrious, but I haven't got a pure one yet. It's still the drones that I have didn't have completely the same stats, so I'm just kind of waiting. I don't have it set to auto output yet because I don't want it kind of rotating back and forth between different drones. I'm just trying to get the exact same from that. But there we go. We have our pollen being produced and we have our royal jelly being produced. So I need to go ahead and put some, I need to put frames in there. I did look at the different frames, and Gregtech has a really good one. But if we take a look at the recipe, so this working frame, it has 2000 durability, which is awesome. The impregnated frame only has 240. Lifespan times 3, production times 4, which is pretty amazing. Genetic decay times 1. But then if we look at the recipe, it requires another star per frame. And you need 3 frames per apiary. So I would need 6 nether stars. So I don't know if I'm going to quite do that yet. But I might. I can make nether stars with the Celis Mundus. I just don't have... Actually, it's probably easier now that I'm actually thinking about it. It's probably easier than it has been. Because I have a lot of the... One of the things that was annoying was the sugarcane, but now I have a ton of it. For air and water. Anyway, I'm not really going to get into much of that today. One last thing I want to kind of get sorted out with my fluids here. Everything is going on pretty well. I have my nitrogen, I have hydrogen. I actually have a lot of hydrogen. Oxygen. I wonder if the hydrogen is going in the A system. It might be going in the A system, actually. Because I'm trying to produce oxygen and hydrogen as a byproduct. But fuel... and naphtha. Naphtha is like a byproduct that I'm not using. It's just filling up. Everything else I kind of use. But as I'm producing the fuel for the combustion engines, the naphtha is just growing and growing. So I've decided I want to burn that. Might as well. I'm producing it. And we're going to throw that in a turbine here. And I know I've done turbines a few episodes, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I think I'm going to put it right here. And that's in the way. So we're going to have to move that. I guess right there is fine. And we'll put this here. I don't think I can have that there because it'll be considered, it'll think it's blocked and it won't work. All right, so muffler hatch. Yes, we'll put the muffler, usually put them on top. Let's do the main shape here. So I don't know, we'll put the muffler back there. And let me think. So I guess we'll do the same. I kind of want to have it set up the same. Like that, but I do need to get some stuff in here. Why don't I do the... Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this exactly the same, I think. So EV dynamo there. Input hatch here. And those there. All right, so that is formed, I think. Yep. So I think we're gonna do, I've kind of looked around a lot of the turbines, and for this one, I think we're gonna do this, or I don't even know how to say that, but I got a bunch of it off Mars, and I think we're gonna do just a small one, because this is a really good... Actually, that's not what I want to do. I can never remember how to spell this. There we go. So we're just going to do a small one, small turbine, because otherwise I'm going to have to produce IV power. As we can see, this produces 3,200. This produces 1,600, and I'm not quite ready to do IV power yet. I would have to do IV hatches and all sorts, IV cables, so I'm probably just going to do this. And as we can see, it has over 1 million durability, 100 efficiency. So yeah, this one has 125 efficiency. Efficiency. Oh wow, can't speak. But like I said, we're not quite there. I'll probably replace it when the other one burns out. But I think we'll just do it this way. I think we can cook this up now. Ooh, we might not be able to get this. Alright, so a bit of a change of plan here, because I can't cook this up in the blast furnace yet. I don't have a high enough temperature. I need to replace the things. So let me figure out which one I want to do. I didn't even consider if I could even cook up the metal, and then we will come back. Alright, so I've decided to go ahead and do just a small dash turbine. This will produce about 1,000, just under 1,000 EU per tick, it looks like, is the efficiency. There is a few materials that are better, but it's just over the threshold into IV power, and I can't do that yet. So I'm just gonna go with dash for now. I could have gone with like tungsten steel, but again, we're talking a lot of resources that I just didn't particularly want to use at the moment, just because I don't really need it. I'm not strapped for power. Obviously with this thing filling up, it's not like a big deal. I just basically wanted to use up my naphtha that was just filling up. Alright, so I think that should be good. I moved the muffler hatch. It was on top, but I had to bring the thing over and this was blocked. I tried putting it on this side, but it didn't work. It's saying incomplete multi-block, and I wasn't sure because there's 2 spaces. So don't know what that was up about. Alright. But now this, let me think, how can we do this? Because let's see if it tells us. It doesn't say because it's not running. I think it's going to be... I did some testing. I think it's either 5 or 10. It might take me some time to... a couple times to get the optimal flow rate here. So I think... How do we want to do this? How about we do that there? We'll put fluid export bus on that. Oh, I just have enough. So that should fill that with naphtha. Alright, so there we go. Should probably hold on to one just in case I need to redo that. All right, and the reason I wanted to do that is because I need to regulate the flow from... I can't be supplying it with naphtha like fully, otherwise it'll just waste it. And I don't know if there's any way to do it with AE to tell it only do such and such a megabyte or millibuckets per tick kind of thing. So I really just didn't know. So I guess we'll do... I can't put that on there. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to break this so I can reach it. Bit of a pain. Oh, I don't have any pipes. And we can just use a small one. It doesn't need to be anything big because this is not going to use a lot. Put that there, the fluid regulator. And I think it is... Let's try 2. I know a lot of them are like 2. And then I can always increase it if I want. I may need to break this. Unfortunately, I can't reach it with my hand. You can reach it with the screwdriver, but I can't change the fluid regulator like that. I can do this, right? Yeah. Alright, so that's putting naphtha in there. Let's go ahead and turn this on, and hopefully no explosions. Yeah, we're good. So now that it's running, spinning up here. We're at 864, yeah, it's gonna be under... Oh, it's 3 liters per tick. Alright, let me change that. I wasted a little bit there, but I have no other way to reach this with my hand. Back here. That's so annoying when that happens. Alright, did that form? I think that formed. Alright, there we go. So now we should be getting 3 liters per tick. And then that should be the optimal rate. We'll see when it gets up to whatever. It's not going to be that amount, unfortunately, because the 90% turbine efficiency for being a small turbine. But hey, it's something. That's all that really matters. I'm assuming that's just going to tick up to 90. It won't go any higher. Almost there. Oh, it's going all the way up. I don't know if that's... I guess, yeah, it'll say 100%, but it's not burning the fuel at 100% maybe? I don't know. I don't know the specifics. So 864 looks like we're producing from this, or 3 liters. Yeah, and we know we're getting the optimal flow because this fuel remaining is not changing. The fuel remaining is what's in the input hatch, and like I said, we can't see it, so unfortunately it's a bit annoying. But it's not going up or down, which means we're supplying it with the right amount. Alright, so that's just going to burn. I have no idea how much this produces, actually. I didn't really want that right there. Like, is it going upstairs? Is it coming through, like, the ceiling? Oh. Yeah, a little bit. Oh well. But let's go quickly look at the tank here. Now, I probably can't run this permanently. I don't know if I'm going to be producing a lot, but as we can see, I mean, we're burning through it, but it's not a lot. So that can last for a very long time, just producing that. So yeah, so now we have a steam turbine, we have a gas turbine, we have a diesel combustion engine. These are in the same chunk, aren't they? No, they're in different chunks. Yeah, I planned that out. So they were in different chunks. Like all these things are all in different chunks. I'm gonna have to replace these in a second. All right, but there we go. We are producing a ton of power. It feels pretty good. Anyway, let me cut here and figure out what I want to do next for this episode. And we are back, and I finally crafted a crop matron. And I wish I would have done this sooner, to be honest, because if we look at the crop matron, it's a very easy, just LV recipe. Nothing super fancy. And you put water in it, you can put fertilizer in it, which I didn't do. I don't even think I need the water, to be honest. I just threw some fluid cells in there, though. And Weedex. And I actually, one of these quests... Yeah, the crop matron quest gave you 16. I took the 16 Weedex there, and there's actually a quest for that. I didn't see that. But this has been in here for quite a while, and I've only used part of one can, and I have more over here. But anyway, that will just get rid of all the weeds. I don't even know if the Weedex is actually necessary, to be honest. I'm not sure if, like, the crop sticks, is it formed? Does it need the Weedex, or will it just harvest the crop sticks? But anyway, I can just, like, leave this and come back later, and I don't have to worry about weeds taking over the whole thing. So I kind of wish I would have done that sooner. But still trying to get the rapeseed for the seed oil. I have a whole bunch of different stuff. But yeah, so I have crafted up a bunch of these black steel frames and polyethylene pulp. And I think there's a little bit of concrete left in here. Yep. Because I want to expand my clean room. I need to get that done because I'm tired of it being so small. And I doubt there's anything for those, but we'll pull those out. Anyway, so that'll craft the plascrete. Yeah, there it is. Everything was actually really easy to make. This is auto-crafting. Wet concrete is really easy to get. Calcite I had to get a little bit of, but there is actually a coin quest for it. Right here. So 100 coins, 64 stone. You actually get 64 calcite, which will do you forever. So yeah, that'll be the plascrete, and I've kind of done the math a bit. I don't know if I'm like 100% right, but basically I did a 7x7 minus everything that I had already. And I think I came up with 106 more that I need for that. Obviously that does not include the filters up top yet, unfortunately. So the reason I wanted to kind of get my farming going again is because I need a ton of zinc. And I was hoping, yeah. Stellarite? Yeah, I have no stellarite either. I'll probably go to the nether and plop down a miner and get as much stellarite from my tetrahedrite vein as I can. And we do the Galvania. Let's take a look at this. So we can turn this. I know it's crushed zinc with that. Let's take a look. So we can either autoclave that and get purified zinc from 16 of those, which 7 UU matter, which is actually not that bad. The time on it was a long time, but I have 5 buckets worth of that. Or we can put it in a chemical reactor with some water, with some crushed tin, and we get 4, which is probably what we'll end up doing. So I should probably set up a reactor I'm thinking, and have it supplied with water. And then, yeah, so I can do this with all my different kind of seeds here. So chemical reactor, let's go ahead and craft that. Do I have everything? Plastic fluid pipes. I should go ahead and let's do, we'll do the one and then we'll do the, do I even, no, it is one of them. I couldn't remember if it was one of the ones I did. This one? Last one? There it is. I've also kind of decided when, I think what I'm going to do with my machines, when I need an upgrade, totally forgot what I was just doing. No, plastic. When I need an upgrade, so like if my recipe requires like a higher tier, like assembler, or maybe not the assembler, but like the bending machine, say I need like a better bending machine or something for a recipe, I'm going to build the multi-block because that way I can just increase the energy hatch and it'll upgrade the machine without me having to craft a new tier every time. I think that's kind of what my goal is. Talking here and distracting myself. All right, there we go. So I wonder if these would go in the, they do go in a large one, but I don't know if I have, I don't think I have an input, like an output bus for, like that's fluids. Yeah, that's all fluids. And these are both fluids. I mean, I could always add a hatch. I can't on this one. This one's full, but I don't know. I'd like having, I like the small machines as well. I like the big machines for complicated recipes that require a lot of fluid cells, although this one does too. But let me come back when that is crafted up and we'll check out how this works. All right, I'm back from mining up the nether, and as we can see, I got quite a lot of sphalerites. Now, I'm probably just gonna cook, oops. I cook some of this up just so I can get the clean room going, but majority of it I'll wait till my crops go. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll just, you know, breed up a whole bunch of crops. I got some galvania here, here, and I was like, oh, I'll just get a bunch of leaves and everything will be hunky-dory, and then I remembered that these won't grow unless they have a block of zinc underneath. So I would need 9 zinc for each plant I want to have growing. So until I get the clean room up, I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna use all the zinc for that. I only need about 30, I forget what I said. I think I need 192, so I only need like 32 left. And I get 8, is it 8 per? 8 or 4? I think it's 4. Yeah, I get 4 sphalerite per yeah, per nether chunk. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show that. This is a sulfur vein, so as we can see, there's a whole lot of sulfur and quite a bunch of iron. Not as much sphalerite, unfortunately. I had some crushed as well. But yeah, let me come back when I have everything crafted up here. I think I need 16 of these. Yep, still missing. Nope, there we go. I need to get those auto-craftable too. Wires in general. All right, I finally got everything needed. These filters took quite a while. The carbon. Also, yeah, I needed a ton of carbon as well. 192 carbon mesh, so like 3 stacks. So hopefully this is 16. Yeah, there we go. Ended up with an extra rotor though. Oh, that's right, because I made one, I think, to make the recipe. All right, so here is my clean room. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna end up moving it, I think. I don't particularly like it right here. It doesn't really go. It's a multi-block, but like, I don't know. And one of the things with the clean room here is how long it takes to break these blocks. And I guess we can turn this off. I don't think anything's gonna blow up, but might as well turn it off. Yeah, so these take forever, and for me to break down this entire thing is gonna take me ages. So a while ago, I did some Thaumcraft to get the Wand of Equal Trade. And if I can remember, I can't remember what I set the... Nope. Nope. One of these. Wand, focus, add. There we go. All right, so I have the Wand of Equal Trade now. It uses, I think, half a V each, but I do... Oh, it looks like it's already set to cobble, but usually you right-click on... Yeah, it's already set. But if I right-click on this, this should switch out all this plascrete for cobble, and it should put the cobble in my... Or it should put the cobble... It'll... Here, let's just try it. Yeah, there we go. And then that'll put all the plascrete in my bags. I think that didn't use as much V as I thought it was going to. I think, yeah, that switched out everything. So now obviously we can break it down a lot quicker. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's go ahead and get all this. Guess I could probably even do it with this. Yep. What about this? Yep. So that's actually pretty fun. Alright, that doesn't look like it's going to work on that. So, apparently it does not work on every block. Where am I? Right here. But yeah, that's much easier than trying to break everything by hand. That stay up there? That might have stayed up there. All right, so I'm thinking... There it is. I think I want to put it... I was thinking at the end of this hallway, maybe. Having it go out that way so I can keep expanding it if I want. So, like... Question is, do I want it in the wall? No, probably not. Probably right on the outside. I'll have the door right here. And then when I want to expand it, I can just add to each side. So if I go from a 7x7 to 9x9 or whatever, I can just add one block on each side, expand it that way, I think. And get the bleeding effect. That was nice. So if we go like here, so 7x7 is 3 on each side. don't want to place any blocks that I don't need to. Although with the wand of equal trade, it's not too bad. Yeah, so I'll just kind of have it right there, I think. And here we go. Hopefully that will. Yep. There we go. Obviously, got to do maintenance. I just placed these to make sure they worked, but I'm going to go upgrade them actually to EV. So both of these. But if we take a look at that, that is much better. I was completely off on the plascrete, so my math was absolutely terrible. Even raising the roof by 1, I still was like way off. I don't know how I managed that, but yeah, so this is my new clean room. Liking it a lot. That'll make it much easier for me to get the AE cables and everything in there, as opposed to this tiny little thing that I had. All right, so in between episodes, I'm going to move these. I'm going to replace this with the upgraded version, the EV one. And then we will get that set over there. Thankfully, now that I have the power station, I can easily run power cables over there. Like, so the clean room's there. I can just add another hatch on here and then send it out. Well, actually, it'd be a dynamo. But add like an EV hatch and then just send a cable out there. I can always add... what's on this anyway? I don't even know what's on this. Got 5 channels on there if I wanted. I'll probably just add a whole new P2P tunnel for the clean room. And I was also thinking maybe, I wonder if I can I paint this? No. I would have to do the paint, the AE2 cables. What am I trying to do? Dense cable. Like if I wanted to paint this orange, yeah, I could do that. But unfortunately you have to do 8 of them, and I don't want to do 8. But I was thinking if I painted this, then I could paint like here would be like the link. I would paint this one orange. So I would know, like, just by looking where it's coming from, because there's no way to tell other than using that tool, which can help. But I noticed one of the problems with this is I have 2 P2P tunnels on here, but it has 2 lines coming out from the exact same point. So, like, you can't tell which P2P tunnel is going to which one. Obviously, I could move this to like here and it would be fine, but yeah. All right, so the last thing I want to do before we wrap up here is I want to get these frames. I want to get those going finally. Working frame. I forgot it has to be done in a... Yeah, I forgot it had to be done in Carpenter, unfortunately. But I have all the stuff here and the nether stars. Thankfully, they are not too bad with Thaumcraft. You can just dupe the nether stars, so I will take it. I can't do this in... No. There is only one way to make these. Yeah, does this have creosote in it? Oh, thankfully it doesn't have creosote in it. So I think it was like this. Another star in the middle. Like that. All right, I need the impregnated frames. And there we go, working frame. This has 2000 durability. That is pretty amazing. All right, so I guess you have to put that back in there. It won't automatically do that. But thankfully I have this set up to craft working frames. All right, so in between episodes, I really need to, I keep saying this, but I really got to sort this out. I don't like how this is set up. I don't like kind of how I just have random multi-blocks just kind of everywhere. I have those, my power gen, I'm happy with that, but like this, they're just kind of everywhere, and this, so I'm going to do a lot of stuff in between episodes, I think, to finally get my base kind of organized here. I don't like how this sticks out and this goes back and like this. I just don't like how any of this is set up. So I gotta kind of plan out what I want to do with my base before I continue, because the more I put it off, the more I'm just kind of growing, and it's not like I have these two huge rooms that I'm not utilizing. But yeah, the other thing I want to get going is I want to see if I can get ender tanks, because I need salt water from the Mars, because I'm running low on salt water and chlorine. So I want to get these ender tanks, but they're not too difficult to make. I mean, this is a bit annoying. I need quantum stars, but ooh, I need iridium. Okay, so that change of plan. I'm not going to be able to get that yet. I don't have iridium. But yeah, well, I'll have to kind of see what I want to do next episode. In between episodes. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.